Hello everybody, welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Thursday, July 28th, 2022. Jeremy Crosby here. Hope you had a wonderful day, another nice day in Fitchburg and across Wisconsin. And it was a busy night last night in Fitchburg. Did you make it out to the Wheel and Sprocket grand opening? They had their chain cutting last night. It was really cool. If you didn't make it out to that event, which I was told was really busy for the event, we're going to take you out there today for the chain cutting. I love when we have unique cuttings. We've had the hose unhooking, if you will, or uncoupling ceremony. We've had the chain cutting ceremony. We've had the trucks drive through when Serco added their piece on. We've had some pretty cool ribbon cuttings, and this is another good one coming up here on the show. We'll have those highlights from their grand opening and ribbon cutting. Plus, we're going to check in with the Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection today on solar. If you're thinking about going in and getting solar panels put on your home or business, we have Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection here to guide you with some tips for hiring a contractor to do solar work. And there's a lot to solar, and I think it's a good thing, but it definitely has, you want to know before you get into it, and no matter what type of contract you're hiring for any project, you want to know exactly what you're getting into for that. So we'll have that coming up for you as well today on Talking Fitchburg. But first, we do have some headlines to get to, and we'll start with Adams Road closure. Adams Road from Fitchburg Road to Wet Road will be closed from August 1st through August 5th. To replace a failing culvert. The road will be completely blocked west of Went Road. There will be a partial closure just east of Adams Road to allow residents to access their homes. The closure dates may change if there is rain and rain delay, and new notifications will be sent out. For more information regarding the road closure, please contact Ben at our Public Works Department. His number is on the screen with his email. Reminder that the summer reading program is coming to an end. Yeah, August 6th is the last day to log in to Beanstack and record your reading and pick up your well-earned prizes. Yeah, hopefully you picked up some good books for the summer and pick up your prizes here before August 6th, as that is the last day to get involved. All right, turning our attention to the Fitchburg Senior Center, an upcoming event. You can meet the folks from Limerick Townhouses and Condos. They'll be coming out to the Fitchburg Senior Center on Tuesday, August 16th from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. For you to learn more about their wonderful accommodations coming soon to Fitchburg. Community Manager Brendan will be here on hand to explain the plans and answer your questions. A great opportunity to get to know the folks at the Limerick, and there will be treats. Nothing better than treats. Turning our attention to Jazz at 5, returning back to McKee Farms Park again this year. It says they're excited to have a lineup that's split this year. So part of it's going to be at McKee Farms Park, and they will return to the top of State Street as they've done in years past. So come on out and join the event. It's going to be fun, and as you can see on the screen, we got the full lineup there of the great performers. Again, check out their website for more information, and you can go out and enjoy, just like we have concerts at the McKee, be Jazz at 5. Another great event coming up in the city of Fitchburg is the Agora Art Fair 2022. That date is set for Saturday, August 20th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the beautiful grounds of Agora. Between the pavilion through the Agora Center there, 5500 East Sherrill Parkway. They block off East Sherrill Parkway, and the greatest, best artists, over 100 Wisconsin artists, will showcase through the 14th annual Agora Art Fair. It's stunning! And yeah, if you haven't been there, it's a lot of fun. Not only can you get the latest and coolest art from great artists in Wisconsin, but the event also has craft beer, wine, activities for all ages, art in the wind, the kite exhibit, and music. So it's like the gamma of art. So come on out for the Agora Art Fair, August 20th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Rain or shine event, by the way, so let's hope for good weather. Finally, Stuff the Bus is back. Rowan Area School District posting this out. It says here that they'll be stuffing the bus, and where now through August 13th. How can you participate? Well, purchase any school supplies and drop that off. Yes, you can drop it off, purchase it Drop it off at the Sugar River United Methodist Church, Verona Vision Care. Lions will be picking up school supplies from your home by calling 608-845-6067, or you can mail your checks to the Lion Steve Chai, treasurer, for the drop-off if you would like. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up our digest. We're going to take you out to last night's ribbon cutting and groundbreaking ribbon cutting. It's a ribbon cutting. It was at the new bike location. So cool. That's Wheel and Sprocket. We'll have that next for you right here on Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps.
Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. In the digest, today we're going to take you out to the grand opening of Wheel and Sprocket, located here in beautiful Fitchburg, having a special, not ribbon cutting, but chain cutting ceremony. Take a look.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the official chain cutting and grand reopening, I guess, of Wheel and Sprocket here at Cahill in Fitchburg. My name is Brandon Rounds, and I'm with the Fitchburg Chamber of Commerce, and I'm going to hand this over to Mayor Aaron Richardson now.
All right. Thank you very much. It's great to be here. It's great to see what's been a great Fitchburg business be able to transition to another great Fitchburg business, and to keep you here and to have you, I think you're talking a little bit about maybe expansion and other services and things like that. But, we are a bike-friendly community here in Fitchburg. We're going for gold status, which would be the only community that's gold in the state. Madison is platinum, so they are a little higher for now. But biking is a big part of the community. I'm a customer here, and so it's great to be able to see the businesses like this continue to grow and expand. So thank you, both Amelia and Noel, for being here, and thank you for Bike Fitchburg and Furniture Cycles as well for what you've been providing for the city up to this point in time. So I'll turn it over to Amelia. Noel. All
right, thank you, Mayor Richardson. Really central to us at Wheel and Sprocket is this belief, and I think probably some of you share it as well, is that bikes really make the world a better place, right? The more people in a community that ride, magically, the community is healthier, quality of life increases, property values increase, people are nicer. Bikes solve a lot of complex problems. And so, we really believe that, and we believe when there's a Wheel and Sprocket in a community that we can really help amplify that. And we just couldn't be more, sort of thrilled to be in Fitchburg, right? Here is a community that has very proactively said, we want this to be a very livable place. We're going to invest in bike infrastructure, and if you build it, they will come. Not just the people, but the business. It's an amazing opportunity. We're so happy to be in Fitchburg.
All right, Wheel and Sprocket is a family business. So my brother Noel, my name is Amelia. I have my sister Tessa, our mother Jane. But really, we are following the legacy that our father Chris Kegel put together. He has touched so many people throughout the community. We're proud to be here, continuing on his legacy. So family business. There aren't many of us. We're proud to be here. We have an amazing website, wheelandsprocket.com. We have amazing social media from Facebook and Instagram. You should check us out. Because Noel's right, like, bikes are fun. And like, we radiate good, fun stuff and great content. So follow us along the way. We could not be here in Fitchburg without Edwin. So I just want to thank Edwin Benet here. He created an amazing business in this spot, and we couldn't be more thrilled to continue on his legacy as well. This is an amazing community. So we always think like, wow, Wheel and Sprocket can help make the bike community more friendly, but like, how do we do that in Fitchburg? You guys, you got it. It's amazing. We're so happy to be here. So thank you very much. Last but not least, I think I do want to invite, have you guys met Steve Arnold? Steve, get up here. So Steve and I are on the board for the Wisconsin Bike Fed. Steve is a former mayor of Fitchburg, so this is a cool thing. He's just going to say a few words.
Yeah, as Amelia says, I'm on the Bike Fed board as secretary, the Bike Fitchburg board as treasurer. That's our local advocacy group. On behalf of Bike Fitchburg and the Bike Fed, I welcome all of you guys, all your staff to Fitchburg to continue the legacy. So thank you very much for coming here, and best of luck. I wish you all the commercial success too.
Thank you. Okay, now we're gonna cut a chain. Let me count down then.
Yeah, let's all count down.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, fire away.
It's official. Welcome.
We are so excited. Wheel and Sprocket has its 12th location here in Fitchburg, and we're so happy to be in Fitchburg. The cycling community here is top-notch. We are so happy as well because this was an existing business, a bike shop that you've known for 9-10 years. We have a lot of the same staff. The owner is still on staff, and we're so excited that we could really create a win-win here. So Fitchburg Cycles, now Wheel and Sprocket here in Fitchburg. So Wheel and Sprocket is our family business. My brother Noel and I are carrying on our father's legacy. So he passed away in 2017, and since then we've really tried to put the pedal to the metal, make him proud, and open. We've had 5 new shops in the last 5 years. You know, Wheel and Sprocket is a family-run company. We have 12 Wheel and Sprocket locations that all share the same inventory. So, you know, our theme is bikes for everyone. Every age, every ability, every single person can enjoy riding a bike. And so we have the inventory to prove it. So we might not have the size of bike in this physical store, but by the end of the week, we can transfer it to you and you can be riding by the weekend. So Wheel and Sprocket sells a lot of Trek bicycles and Giant, but we service any brand. So you bring your bike in, no matter where you got it from, and we can give you great guidance. If we can't fix it, we can help lead you to the person that can. You know, Wheel and Sprocket is a 2-hour driving radius from Milwaukee. So we have stores in Milwaukee, we have stores in the Fox Valley, we have 2 stores in Madison, so we're in Middleton and now in Fitchburg, and then we have 3 stores in Illinois, right around Chicagoland. So our favorite way to do business or to really make an acquisition is when an existing bike shop owner says, hey, you know, things aren't working out so well for us and we're looking to sell, but we want to sell to a shop that isn't a big corporate entity but has that small hometown feel, and Wheel and Sprocket's a really great fit, and you know, we're really happy to be looping Fitchburg into the family. If you've biked around Fitchburg, it doesn't take a lot to understand why this place needs a bike shop. So the infrastructure is incredible. We're right off the bike path. You know, we have a bike bridge literally like down the block from us, and it's connected to an amazing network. So we always know that people really like riding more when they feel the most safe, and you're most safe on a bike path. And this place like literally is incredible. So Fitchburg already bike friendly, but we're happy to add to the whole community. Bikes are fun, all right? If you haven't ridden a bike in a while, like now is the time. Bikes are in better quality than they've ever been. We have electric bicycles now, so if you thought you can never ride a bike again, you gotta get on an e-bike, all right? So you can go farther, faster. It erases all the things that traditionally suck about a bike ride, which are the hills and the headwinds and the hardness. Those are erased now with an electric bike. So if you haven't tried one of those out, come into the store and we'd be happy to do a test ride. Bikes make the world a better place, and we really believe that Wheel and Sprocket helps make a bike community more friendly. We're happy to be here. We invite you into the store. We've just done a huge remodel. We have great new inventory and amazing people, and we welcome you to come check it out.
There you have it. Can't believe that they cut a chain. No, it's pretty cool that they did. And they have locations all over Wisconsin, so stop by the Fitchburg location, of course, but you can find them across Wisconsin as well. We'll take a break. Coming up next, we open up our guest segment with Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection on solar energy. Next, right here in TF.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family, and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Well, welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining today from the Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection. We've got Michael back on the show. Michael, welcome back. How are you doing?
Doing great, Jeremy. Thanks for having me back.
Thank you for being back. And since it's summertime, the sun is shining so beautifully out there, and your background just still paints the picture of Wisconsin truly. Solar energy comes to mind, and a lot of people are taking advantage of solar. And I also think there's a lot of questions and some gray area when you talk about solar. And it's cool that this subject has come up for you guys for information to get out there to consumers. But we've seen an uptick in complaints as it comes to solar. And I'm looking forward to you breaking it down a little bit for us today on where you're seeing some of the issues that are coming in. But first and foremost, the demand for solar is definitely there. And when the demand's there and people want it, things can start getting a little fishy depending on how well that market is doing. So tell us what you know.
Yeah, it's a great point. We've done a lot of outreach and education on general home improvement contracts and things to be aware of. And now we really want to zero in on solar because it is becoming so much more popular. We're moving to electric vehicles. Recently there's legislation on electric vehicle infrastructure throughout Wisconsin. And there's a recurring theme on how do we go green and how do we conserve energy and so on. So solar is a great option. And there's a lot of good reputable companies out there, but like anything, there's also, a few bad actors that might try and take advantage of the uneducated, unsuspecting consumer who doesn't really know what they might be getting into. And so what we want to do is just bring awareness that, hey, this is getting more popular. You're going to see more people knocking on doors, or maybe you're getting some things in the mail, trying to get you to sign up and get some of these panels put on the roof, and making some offers that might be a little bit too good to be true. Some of the claims are going to be probably not quite through what you're going to experience when you finally put that in. And then conversely, you want to make sure you have a reputable company putting these panels in and they're backing up the work that they do.
Yeah, and the first one is actually goes back to some of the stuff we've talked about when it comes to picking out contractors and stuff. And it's into that fine print on booking them, and whether it's a down payment and when are they going to come back and do this type of thing. It sounds like there's been some complaints in that end of things, and that is something we and you guys have shared a lot of great information on. So what is the issues?
Well, the issues are sometimes getting that. Most commonly is we give those down payments and the work doesn't always get done. Sometimes they don't even come back. But also the lien waivers. When you're making a payment, you have the right to a lien waiver, and that is making sure that you don't pay twice, and that you don't pay for the panels and then they fail to pay the provider, and all of a sudden the provider's coming after you and you're saying, I already paid someone, and they're saying, well, you should have gotten that lien waiver. So it's just making sure some general things that you do when you're signing a contract, making sure you know what your rights are, and also knowing the information that should be in that contract, such as the time frame when things are going to be completed. Knowing what type of materials you're going to get. Sometimes the contractor, what we've seen pitching, you're going to get this grade A type of panel that's going to perform at a certain level, and in reality, you're getting a much more inferior product, maybe something that's even refurbished and isn't going to perform with what you're paying. So making sure all of that stuff is itemized so you have some recourse should something go sideways.
I like this this tip. I mean, I don't like it. It's sad to see this, but interesting enough that you could be paying a lot of money to get this on. And if they're not, if there's any backups in work or whatnot, you might be waiting for this electricity to be coming through. And actually, you're going more negative when you thought you were going to be having energy savings, but the work might not be done, or the work gets done later than you expected, and now you're already digging out, and maybe you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
That's exactly it. Those are some of the things that when you're asking these questions and you're doing the research, you want to find out, what is the expected output? What are there any other programs that are offered this? The rebates, or are there state or federal programs that offer rebates? And more importantly, who does that rebate go to? If there is a program and you're not doing your due diligence, that rebate may go to the contractor and you're none the wiser when in fact you should have gotten that. So you want to look at those things closely. And then also want to make sure you're aware of all the different components that go into it. Putting a solar panel on the roof isn't as simple as going up, climbing up a ladder, bolting something into the shingles and then leaving. There's a lot of wiring, a lot of, obviously you want to get it. Sometimes you need permits. It's got to have the breakers, all those things that you want to make sure the contractor is qualified to do, sometimes even licensed to do, and that it's all written out.
Yeah, and maybe this goes back to a good question on picking the right company or contractor. What would be some suggestions from you in general when you're looking at choosing that person to do the job?
Yeah, well, one is if you know someone who had solar put in. Sometimes we don't see just one house with the panels. You're going to see a few more. Try and get a personal reference, see how that went, see how it's performing for them. That'll definitely give you a real world assessment of the quality of the product. But then also, hop online. You can visit our website at datcp.wi.gov. You can check out there to see if there's some resources. Give us a call. We'll be happy to let you know if you're looking at a certain company. If we've had complaints filed against them, we'll give you that information. Check the Better Business Bureau, see what kind of rating they have, if any complaints have been filed. And then you can also call around to see, are they licensed? Ask the company, do you have the proper permitting? Do you have what you need? And then verify that. All these little things, which will probably take you no more than an hour, could save you tens of thousands of dollars in the long run.
Now, if I get these put up and there's plenty of clouds happening every single day, can I send that complaint directly to you, or?
Absolutely. I've got a circular file for those types of complaints that I'll be happy to put them into. They can expedite it.
I'm pretty sure that's just the Jeremy file. They call that at the HR department here. No, I think, solar I think it's very fascinating, and I hope to actually get into this sooner than later as well. But I think there are a lot of areas, as we started off this conversation, that the gray areas that you need to get checked off. I liked you referenced that, your electrical company is not going to be coming banging on your door and saying, here's your money for your solar. Not necessarily. I think, don't think of that too good to be true offer. That's where you're going to get into trouble, I think, when it comes to solar, is a high expectation and a low return on investment.
Right. And that's exactly what you're going to see in some of these promotional materials. And maybe they're telling you at the very top end of what the best performance that's out there. And sometimes in the fine print, it'll say, not always guaranteed in certain markets. So you got to understand where you are and what's a realistic expectation of what you're going to get out of it.
Yeah, great information again, Michael, as always. Thank you one more time for people who want to find that tip sheet that you guys got on buying solar. Where can they get that at?
Yeah, if you go to our website, datcp.wi.gov, we have a solar power buying tip fact sheet that lays out everything we talked about here. Helps you do some of that homework ahead of time. Or if you want to just ask a few more questions, feel free to call us at 800-422-7128, or you can shoot us an email at datcaphotline@wi.gov.
Yeah, and you have some actually great information on, if you're trying to pick out that company or contractor, there's some really good resources out there that you can apply to basically any type of home improvement that works really well. And please report it too. If you don't report it, you guys won't know how to go and figure out what's going on and see if there's any trends or anything. So it's important to report as well, correct?
It's a great point. While we do focus on education and getting that out there, we're also an enforcement agency. And the only way we can do that is if we're aware of what might be going wrong. And it's not always looking for an opportunity to swing that hammer. It's an opportunity to try to help people do things right, so more people aren't victimized and they don't lose out.
Well, right. And I think it just adds to the scariness of, do I really want to do this? Because it sounds like a hassle, versus if we know reputable companies are out there, then more people might get into it, and could help out in the future in a lot of different ways. So, Michael, thank you so much. Appreciate your time. We'll check back with you real soon.
Thanks for the opportunity, Jeremy. Have a great day.
You bet. DATCP's website, head there. It's got great resources on everything that we talked about today and beyond. And of course, report it if you think you're been a victim of scam or other issues that come up. Great resources to call and ask some questions as well. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
Como padre, todos los días son un desafío. Y hay que estar ahí presentes. No importa lo cansado que uno esté, hay que estar ahí presentes para ellos. Cuando los niños aprenden algo nuevo, es ese momento mágico y especial. Y creo que presenciar ese momento es mi favorito.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year. And lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region, too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? I'm high. Oh.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg, wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank our guests from Department of Trade, Consumer Protection, and congratulations again to Wheel and Sprocket for their grand opening. As we close out the show, remember you can stay connected with Fact TV through all of our media outlets. If you haven't checked us out online, you should do that. It's live streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have a great night.